How's she going, my son? And welcome to a short vlog to talk about the future of the channel a little bit, because I've got a couple things to say, and I don't want to have to splice them into another video that people have to hunt through. Like, I'd rather just have them as a little announcement. So first of all, I think what I need to do is I need to start setting a schedule. And what I'm going to do, just to start myself into it, is that every week on Monday, I am going to post at least 2 hours of video. So that's like 4 episodes usually, depending on what I'm doing. It might be 6 episodes if it's something like a series where I'm doing 20-minute. It might be a couple of videos depending on what I'm doing. Because I tend to record in large stints anyway, and with the large stints recording, I can easily divvy up the content into usable video. Usable videos, I should say, very easily. I might not always hit the 2-hour mark exactly, but if I feel like the equivalent video is up, that'll be fine too. Now, and I would like to do this every Monday. Now, I'm already late for this week because I'm doing this particular vlog on Monday, so expect this change to be coming up in the next Monday. Yeah, as you know, a week from this recording. Although I will post a few videos this week to, keep up with it. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes. And I am going to start a Patreon. I know I'm a bit of a small channel, and I know it's a bit much to expect any sort of financial restitution for something so casually done as what I'm doing here. But I am incurring some expenses doing this stuff as this hobby. And it's not much at the moment. Like, to be honest, it's the Photoshop I'm using to do my thumbnails. It's $15 a month. It's a subscription to an MMO, basically, is the cost. And if the Patreon can cover that, that would be super, because that would be $15 more in my pocket a month to do my life, versus having part of my hobby cut into my life for living expenses and such. But what I hope can happen, if this doesn't horribly backfire anyway, is if the Patreon helps the channel grow by giving me access to better tools over time. Because any money that generates would be going back into the channel. Because I'm in a bit of a unique position where I don't need a lot for living expenses. Could I have more? Could I be spending more of my budget on living expenses and live a slightly more, I guess, healthy life? Yeah, probably. I mean, a lot of us could. But I know myself in particular I could. And, I mean, if the Patreon helps take some of that stress off of me, that'd be great. But I don't expect it to. But what I do hope that it'll do is it'll allow me to make the channel more professional, more robust, and more varied, too. Because, capture cards, green screens, proper editing software. I mean, this stuff costs money. And as much as I'd love to spend every dollar I have on this channel, I financially can't. It's just the long and short of it. I'll put more details of the Patreon in a separate Patreon video, because I'm going to do another video later today where I talk about the goals of the Patreon that I'm going to link on the Patreon page, so that people on the channel know I have a Patreon, and people on the Patreon know I have a channel. So it loops around on each other. Infinity symbol. But yeah, that's about the gist of this. That's about the gist of this vlog. Expect more routine updates. I'll, try to get a couple of videos done a week of stuff, and I'm going to start making Monday a definite day of content update. I can't promise a time, because I'm really bad at sleeping. As weird as that sounds, I'm really bad at sleeping, and it messes up what you can do in the run of a day when you wake up at like 4 in the afternoon, or even if you wake up at like 6 in the morning, and you're up too early to be making a whole big racket when the rest of the world is still unconscious, or 3 in the morning or whatever. Like, if you're not a 9-to-5er when you sleep, you're off schedule with almost the rest of the world. Or at least in your area. I mean, obviously you might be 9 to 5 in China, but I'm in Newfoundland. I need to be 9 to 5 to Newfoundland, not China, or Japan, or Europe, or whatever. I mean, as much as fans in other areas would love it if I was 9 to 5 in their area, I gotta be 9 to 5 to where I am, and that is Newfoundland. So, you know, that happens. But I will promise, without getting, like, too, what would you call it, legally about it, is like, technically all my videos came up at 11:59 p.m. on a Monday. You know, I'll try to avoid that nonsense. I'll try to get them up either in the morning if I've got them done from Sunday already, or if I'm doing them on the Monday, they'll be up in the afternoon, or just, they will be up on Monday. I can give you that much. And then, you know, just the Patreon, which I will divulge more in another video. I hope this all doesn't backfire in my face. I mean, it might, but that's life. You make mistakes, you learn, you grow. The internet ridicules you for a while, and they forget about it when somebody does something stupid with a cat. That's life. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for listening to my rambling. If you like the idea of me being more scheduled and the possibility of being able to support me on Patreon, give a thumbs up, subscribe. Thumbs up and subscribe. That's always the biggest thing to support a YouTube channel. And if you are subscribing, do click on the bell, as it makes updates more consistent on your feed, rather than just YouTube throwing the big stuff at you, because that's what they think people want to watch. And I mean, most of the time they do, because obviously, if you've got several million subscribers, clearly you're making content people want to watch. But, I mean, if you want to watch the guy with like 200 subs, like myself, although minor update at the time of this recording, 274, yeah, you know, you kind of got to dig for it a little more. And I'd appreciate it if you get your shovel out and do a bit of digging. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and ciao for now.